Bonjour YouTube, welcome back to our channel. Today we are taking you to Noyon, on y va.
This Gallo-Roman city of Novia Magus was founded during the Pax Romana on the Via Agrippa. Initially an open city, it extended over 10 to 15 hectares along the ancient Roman road leading from Soissons to Amiens. It is in the 3rd century AD that Novio Magus, which literally translates to New Market, became for the first time a stop on the road between Reims and Amiens. Shortly after, the city was encircled by a fortification in the heart of Gallo-Roman town, enclosing about 2.5 hectares of the area.
In 531, Bishop Medard took refuge behind Gallo-Roman enclosure and set up his bishopric and first cathedral there. Until 1793, Noyon was a prestigious episcopal city.
Charlemagne was crowned king of Neustria in the Cathedral of Noyon, and on July 3, 987, Hugh Capet was crowned king of France in Noyon. In 1131, a great fire ravaged the cathedral and the city, leading to the start of the construction of the current Cathedral of Noyon from 1145 to 1235. The museum is housed in the former episcopal palace, which included a chapel dismantled in 1897 by the architect of the historic monuments Paul Selmersheim, who by restoring the Cathedral of Noyon between 1884 and 1910 wanted to clear the southern flank of the cathedral. The First World War completed the ruin of the chapel. The stabilization work on the ruins dates from the 1930s and in 1993, and the restoration work carried out from 2010.
I'm really looking into seeing the church, so let's go. Notre-Dame de Noyon is one of the first Gothic cathedrals in this region, and so far we visited 6 out of 7. So only one Gothic cathedral left, which is Senlis. We will be visiting that one soon. And so this cathedral dates back to 12th centuries, which was ordered under the Simon de Vermandois, who was the cousin of Louis XI.
So as you enter the cathedral, on your left you will find a door, and it will say cloître. What is cloître? It's basically a gallery that used to connect different parts of the complex, because this, at the end of the day, this was the city of the bishops. And so you've got different, like, there's a hallway over here on the left. Currently it's used by the clergy, but it's gorgeous and we cannot go in, unfortunately. On the other side you have the beautiful square garden. Now, there used to be more galleries around the garden, but they were in such a bad state that in the 19th century they were just demolished. That's all. This is all we have left right now. This is the gallery that's left. It dates back to 13th century. Inside there is the ceremony of baptizing ceremony happening inside, and the girl, her name is Louise. She's been crying, and not crying, but she was like really vocal. It's the first time that I see a Catholic ceremony of baptizing.
Donne-lui la force de Jésus-Christ et garde-la tout au long de sa vie.
Because in Russian Orthodox, what happens is that the baby is literally like dipped inside the water, you know, like the child is like, oh! You know, I've been baptized when I was a kid, but I don't remember, thankfully, because I'd probably freak out from all the water. Here, it's so gentle. It's like they have water, not flask, but like a vase with the blessed water, and then, you know, they just pour it. Yeah. It was really, really cute. This cathedral really reminds me of Rouen due to its architectural characteristics. And also I wanted to mention that every time we go to a church or cathedral or some beautiful building in France, I cannot help but feel so privileged, because at the end of the day we're surrounded by so much beauty and there's so much, I don't know, there's just so much inspirational essence in every building that you go in. I just love it. I love it, and I can see why this is one of the top 7 biggest cathedrals and the oldest cathedrals in the region. Super happy that we've come here. It's really quiet. We are locked in the cathedral. Can you imagine? It's been opened for 1.5 hours. I mean, closed. Ah, there's someone. We're free! We're free! Apparently, the guardian, he was looking for us and he didn't see us, and we didn't see him because we were in the colonnade, the one that's on the side, not colonnade, but that gallery thing on the side. Oh, now we're finally free. I'm very excited. Sinan is happy that we're free as well, because now we need to find him a bathroom. Bless him, he's been waiting for it and looking for it. But yeah, lesson to learn. Cathédrale Notre-Dame de Noyon closes for lunch between 12:30 and 2.
La Librairie du Chapitre, or the Library of the Chapter, was built from 1506 in half-timbered construction carried by 2 series of posts. The library contains more than 3,000 works of the former canons of the cathedral.
It's the library that I really wanted to go and see. It's a very old library. You have to book tour in advance. I was checking the dates, and the only dates they have are in a month from now. And they only have 1 date a month. The smaller the city, the less dates you get, you know. We just had something to drink because there was nothing to eat. When we came to the restaurant, mind you, one only restaurant in this town. Oh, this is what it is. It's we're looking for a church that is not there anymore. Remains of the church, apparently. We found it. But yeah, anyway, so we had a drink. We still haven't eaten today, can you imagine? We just had something sweet, but that's not enough, that's not food.
They only serve food until
2 o'clock,
2
I think.
o'clock?
Yeah.
No, I think we were there before 2. I think they stop at 1:30.
Yeah.
It's a restaurant, but they stop serving food at 1:30. I think they only work half-time, part-time, so until 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and then that's it. The
So
issue is
the verdict is we're still hungry.
we couldn't find any place.
Literally.
There is nothing. There is one Monoprix, but all they have is just meat.
Horrible food.
Yeah.
No, but it's just horrible choices.
And there are 2 boulangeries, and they only
don't
sell.
have anything vegetarian.
I mean,
We're hungry.
the only issue with this region is they love to eat so much meat, which we don't eat, and it's very difficult to find something vegetarian. So hopefully we will find something. I'm not sure though what. I need to eat something today.
Today. We'll eat
Yeah.
today. We're hungry. It's interesting to see that the tombstones, some of them are crosses, some of them are in the shape of a minaret. So they're for the Muslim soldiers who have been killed. And then I found some Jewish ones as well. And now we're going to... So this is basically the French necropole for the soldiers who have passed away in the First World War, and some of the victims are also civil, and also from the Second World War a little bit. And then now we're going to the British one. They're right next to each other. It's really quiet. You can only hear birds here. That's it.
Can we go already? Personally, I don't like visiting cemeteries. I don't know. I'm just scared. It makes me. I don't know. It creeps me out. I don't like it at all. And on top of that, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten the whole day, and I'm feeling nauseous. And Anton just brought me to cemetery.
And if you weren't hungry, you would still not like it? It's not about liking it, actually.
I don't know. I don't like being in cemetery. I don't like visiting it.
I know, but it's not
It's
like
just
we...
creepy.
Like, I don't know, for me, I came to see it because of the historic value of it.
Okay.
You know, and it's... I don't know, it makes you remember things, you know? These are actual people who died for, you know,
Yeah.
for their fight for
Soldiers,
freedom, you know?
Civils, they all
Yeah.
died.
So I'm grateful. So it's interesting to see it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
Apparently there is a bus in the town. Wow. I'm
So
shocked.
bad. Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna have to find food before he continues talking garbage. Otherwise, this episode is going to be bad. I promise. If he doesn't eat now, we are doomed.
Hôtel de Ville, or the town hall, symbolizes the town power installed in Noyon since 1108. Today, the historic wing, in flamboyant style, dates from the end of the 15th century. The market square is decorated with the Dauphin fountain commemorating the marriage of the Dauphin, the future Louis XVI, and the famous Marie Antoinette.
We couldn't find any restaurants, unfortunately. That was one Chinese restaurant. Working hours were so different. She's closed from 2 to 4:30, and we have a tour at 5, so we cannot just wait for 30 minutes there. And we are not even sure if they have any vegetarian stuff or something like that. So we ended up in boulangerie. We got baguette, and we also got some cheese from the supermarket, and that's what we had, unfortunately. Because I cannot stay without eating. My blood pressure is already very low. I don't know how low it is, but I'm just coming back to normal state at the moment, so yeah.
So we just finished the tour.
Yeah.
And the tour was basically about the remaining remaining churches in Noyon, and whatever was here before, because the city was extremely important back in the day, and it was the city of the bishops. And so there were at least how many we seen? So 5, I think, at least.
Yeah,
5 churches.
So many. It was so rich back then.
You basically take a tour around the city.
Yeah.
And they explain to you where the churches used to be, and some of them are still there.
There are some remainings, but at the same time, you can see right next door there is a house.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just so scary. I mean,
It's not really scary. I mean, it's nice. It would have been nice to live in a place like this. However, there is one minus thing,
But
is that back in the day there was a lot of cemeteries next to churches.
yeah.
So even though they removed the cemeteries, but like you are living basically on top of a cemetery.
Yeah, the guide
So
was
it's
saying we don't
creepy.
know if there are something underneath, because someone asked if there is anything underneath, and he said
Under one of the churches,
Yeah. no one knows.
No one knows.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go and try and
We
we're gonna go
found
and sit
one-
down somewhere.
We found one bar.
Oh yeah, We're gonna go and check it out. But yeah.
We just found the place. Cheers.
Thank you so much for joining us. If you like this episode, you might like this one. And until the next week, au revoir.